Welcome to Touch Gray Matter. I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. As always, I'm joined by Barry 3D Carter and Thomas Patrice. Unfortunately, Zulf Ali's not here today. He's a judge for the Asian Porn Awards or something. I can't remember what exactly it was, but a very special shout out to Jaybird Digital Arts. Logos, overlays, posters. If you need something digitally done, he is the man to go to.
Enough said. Yes, absolutely. On that aspect, I mean, he is the man. He's a one-stop shop.
Also, you can also go check us out at redbubble.ca, A Touch of Gray Matter. Buy our shit, because we need the money. By the time you see this, it's already going to be past. So we had an amazing show on the 20th, and if you didn't have tickets, well, you should have fucking bought them. Because it's not like, we weren't telling anybody. But August 26th and 27th, we will be in Montreal, and we've got a few other shows that we're working on in and around the area. So, get out, support live comedy, support your local comedians, be nice, be helpful.
Be there.
Be there.
Be there.
Show up and show out.
All right. So, what do we got? What do we got going on? What's happening? What's the good word? Who's got something they want to talk about?
Well, here's something here for you. I didn't know. I like music. I love music. Music is life to me, and I like to watch award shows and different type of shows. Did you ever know about something called Eurovision? Have you ever heard about Eurovision?
Yes, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, wasn't that a Will Ferrell movie?
Right, but so it was a Will Ferrell movie, but it's based off of something real, right? In the movie, they're trying to get to Eurovision. So Eurovision is a songwriter contest that happens yearly. It's been going on for the past 66 years.
I saw that movie, yeah.
Right, but that's the movement. I'm talking the real contest. The real contest just
one of the most famous winners of Eurovision, I believe, is Abba.
Correct, sir. That's one. So Abba, and so you don't win any money with Eurovision. You get a trophy, but the exposure you get can lead you to a big career. So Abba was one of the winners years ago, and that's how they got discovered at Eurovision. Another person at Eurovision representing Switzerland was Celine Dion. Yeah, because no one from Canada is part of Eurovision because it's Eurovision, right? So it's not Canada, it's not the States. And you get some amazing performances in there. So the group that won it this year, and I can't remember their name, but they were from the Ukraine. They did an amazing song. They put out like a lot of power in this song, and it just blew up. And how it works is, and I like the voting system. See, we should use this in comedy when it's open mic night. How it goes is you cannot vote for the group or performer from your country.
Yeah.
So it's a huge stage, like a big stadium. People vote there. And then at the same time, you have people watching from home. And this is like a 4-hour event. People watching from home, and then they vote. But you can't vote for your country. So if you're from the Ukraine, for example, you couldn't vote for that group from the Ukraine. So they take all the votes that are in the audience, and then the votes from the people at home, they combine together, and that's how they get the winner. So the one from the Ukraine, very powerful song. The guy from the UK came in second, but we had some wackiness, like to show you. One guy came out, and people know the words, they know the lyrics. So these are songs that are still playing across the rest of the world, which I was not aware of until just really a couple of days ago. And one of the lyrics was, one guy comes out, you've probably seen it online. He's wearing a green suit, comes on stage, and he goes, "I don't eat meat. I eat veggies and pussy." Yeah, it's not censored. That's exactly what he says. And he goes, and I like them both wet and juicy. He's actually a sound bite with him on stage singing this. He's in a green suit. So this was at Eurovision.
Did you not send that out earlier?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't know that was from Eurovision the time I saw it. When I sent it out, I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny. This guy's got balls. And then I found out later on, after the fact, he was part of Eurovision.
Instead of meat, I eat veggie. I like them both fresh, like them both juicy.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was from Eurovision. It's uncensored. Like, straight up. It's not like, Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa, and then like, I'm starting something. Yeah. Not that, right. We got that straight. We know it's Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa, and not because I'm going to start something, I'm not going to stop. But this was as is, boom, in your face, uncensored, right? The rest of North America, we're a little bit too uptight. Let's loosen up. This guy put out right there on this song what he liked, Eurovision. And this is the places, platforms that have launched, as I said, Abba, Celine Dion, and other acts that we don't know about. So that was one of them. And then you had like a guy from Germany, which he was a one-man band. I thought he would have got higher. And then there was another group in there called like something Wolves or whatever.
The Ukrainian group was Kalush Orchestra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're out there with a recorder. You know what you say? Use your recorder in school and learn how to play a recorder and learn how to do it in music class. Mm-hmm. Oh no, they went hardcore with the recorder.
Wow, it's amazing.
It was a full out band. Some of them amazing. Like for me, Germany. The guy from Germany. He starts off very somber and mellow, and he picks up his pace, and he starts rapping. He starts singing, then he gets into a rap, and his rap style is very much similar to Eminem. Blew my mind. But look up, there's a group in there. I'm going to have to find the name of it. They dress up. There's two guys. I told them they were doing the Daft Punk. They're wearing yellow wolf heads.
With the, yeah. I just saw him. Yeah.
Their song is, almost like the nursery rhyme, Riding Hood, right? Little Red Riding Hood. Saying it's like, feed the big bad wolf a banana so he doesn't eat your grandma. Yeah. That was the lyric. Feed the big bad wolf a banana so he doesn't eat your grandma. But it's a songwriting competition. Spain, you want to see something that's going to turn your head? You look up Spain and see how when she hit that stage, it's like... I never knew this.
I mean, I'd seen the movie Eurovision, right? But I remember Will Ferrell. It was a pretty good movie. It was also with the girl from Canada too. The girl, what is her name? She was in Doctor Strange. She plays his love interest.
Oh, the first one there, the nurse, where the body's flying around there.
Rachel McAdams.
Yes.
Thank you. Here we go.
Yes. And I'd seen it. It's really good. It's a really good movie. It's a funny movie. But yeah, I didn't know it was a thing. I thought it was just like for this movie.
Yeah, same here. I had no. I'm sheltered. I call it as it is.
I don't get out much.
Clearly, I didn't even realize gas went over $2 right now. That's how much I've been staying in. But these guys showed up in yellow costumes, like the wolves. Or, guy comes out. I don't eat meat. I like to eat pussy. I'm like, okay. And he's saying it. I'm thinking, people are talking about rap lyrics. Have you not heard what's happening in the rest of Europe, the rest of the world?
It's a different world, man. When it comes to music, Europe's a totally different world. It's a totally different world. But
one girl scared the fuck out of me.
When it comes to anything, Europe is a totally different world.
Well, we're not going to talk about Amsterdam. We will not talk about Amsterdam.
No, there was one girl that scared the hell out of me, man. She sat.
You can drive for 8 hours in Europe in 4 different countries. You can drive 8 hours in Toronto and still be in Toronto.
Yeah, well, that's because you'll be driving with Torontonians. I didn't say that. Did I say that? Yes, I did. But no, I think you hit it right on the head. We are sheltered here. We're cut off from the rest of the world musically. All we have is the States.
Yeah.
Some stuff gets in from the UK. Right? So it's, you know what I mean? Like Rock Me Amadeus. I remember when we heard back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
Rock Me Amadeus was a big, huge song.
Right.
I remember like people coming over like going, Rock Me Amadeus is old. They already heard it. We don't dance that anymore. You know what I mean?
There's one girl, she's sitting on stage, she's all in white, she's got her dancers around her, they got towels over her, and she's like, let me tell you about beauty. And I'm like, she's from Serbia. And I'm like, and her whole act, she just sits there. She doesn't get up, she don't move, very stern looking. I'm like, oh fuck, okay, Nurse Hatchet, okay, all right, whoa.
You can have me, just don't hurt me.
Right? I mean, Google some of the pictures and see how the artists look, but Eurovision, where was I for like 66 years? I mean, some of it I wasn't alive, but granted, for someone who says I like music as much as I do, how did I miss this?
Well, but that's the thing, and I mean, like there is so many, like there's too many differences between North America and Europe, like entertainment wise,
Right.
like there's always that. Definitely here it's more of a conservative, we have the pretty people on TV, and we have, the most popular singers, rappers, musicians, and everything else. Whereas, and here it's more of a look thing.
Right.
The talent helps, and like the voice helps, and everything else. But over there, you could look like a fucking troll, but if you sound like Ed Sheeran, come on in.
Yeah.
Like, but here it's more of a, you have to have the look to go with.
Right.
But there's a song called She's So High, Above Me, and the original singer, if you see him on the European version of, like American Idol, you see him on the European version of whatever Idol, this guy is not handsome. Amazing voice. His voice filled the entire freaking auditorium without a mic. Like Dave said, looks like a troll. Okay? Like they pulled him out from under a bridge.
It just blew my mind. Like, I mean, first of all, I'm looking at the stage they gave him, and the stage that they were on was a beautiful crafted stage. I mean, the backdrop, it was like a pointed stage. It had like a waterfall off the stage, like a infinity kind of pool kind of look to it. And I got to give it up to the stage crew. You know what? I mean, as much as the performances are, if you're in show business, you got to understand that. And maybe the stage hands don't get enough recognition. These guys had 25 acts that they had to set the stage up for, different for each one, because everyone, and it wasn't like just a plain stage. It's not just the lights. It's not the pyrotechnics. Some of them were a solo person. One guy from Germany, he came up with an acoustic guitar. He had two other guitars there, a piano, a drum, a beat machine. That's all he had. They had to set that up. Next act comes out, it's another group. They dressed in yellow and black, and they were like a rock band, and they had to bring out their whole kit, right? For the drums, and they had like balloons all set up all over the place, like giant balloons, and this was done in between songs, and this is all on YouTube, right? Because they don't broadcast it live on television. And as I said, I was looking up, and they said about 3,500 people were there live watching it. It looked bigger to me than that, but then there's always all the people across Europe that are watching it, because each country has someone there, and they have 25 people 25 acts in one night. They're like, you finished singing? You finished singing? And their setups are all different, all unique to what the artist wanted, and the artist used that stage. It wasn't like they get on here and it's like, okay, I'm going to sing one song and no one's around me, put it all in black. Okay, we're good. No, we're not doing the Kanye. It's really very animated as it was. So for them to make it run as smooth as they did, the directors, whoever the stage hands were, and all, fucking good on you. But I had no idea about Eurovision, and when I found out,
and not to be a dick, but She's So High was Tal Bachman.
No, hang on a second. I think there's a guy who did it on. I'm gonna look him up.
William Hung.
No. She bang. But that guy went far. So William, do you have any classical? No, never been classically trained.
Hey, he had one goal. Oh, sorry, a couple of goals. Be seen, make money, meet Ricky, take the money and put it towards his education. Check. Because now he's an engineer. He did his money. He met Ricky, performed on stage with him. He did club appearances, and everyone's like, "Hey, what are you doing now?" He's like, "Well, I'm married. I've paid off all my school, got my house. I'm an engineer." He's achieved all his goals. He got in and out of showbiz without becoming a drug addict. Good on you.
Good for him, right?
Right? That's a win right there.
Exactly.
You know, you got to walk in and say, "What do you want, man? I just want to get my house. I want to pay off my school and all that stuff. And I want to meet one of the artists I like." Okay.
Deal.
Done.
Now go away.
Amen.
And take your cousin with the fucking Oppa Gangnam Style and fuck off.
I hate that song. Walk on Gangnam Style, and they also doing this shit. Okay, I'm at a wedding. Okay, I'm at my cousin's wedding. She's getting married. All the younger guys, of course, they all have on the identical blue suit with the brown shoes and no socks. You don't wear socks with a suit. You should be beaten about the head and face. Okay?
They don't wear socks with a suit with dress shoes, but they wear socks with sandals.
You know what I'm saying? Anyways, they're all there. And they're all tired, they're all sweaty, and the DJ goes, "This is the song everybody's been waiting for." They're like, "Oh!" And they all start doing that horse riding thing. I wanted to walk by with a paddle. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And
man, you should put them in some leathers.
The funny thing is, these can't read or write. I'm sure they could, but they knew every word to the song. That wasn't English.
Oh, fuck.
You know, Gangnam Style is really Gangnam is really it's a district over where he lives. It's a metro station. It's a subway station. Everyone's around that area hanging out.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah, well, he wasn't on Eurovision. But
That's because Asia's not part of Europe, but that's besides the point. Never mind, we'll deal with geography later. Anyways, for Barry 3D Carter and Thomas Patrice. Go ahead.
Okay, it's one show, Dave. We're not talking about Europe, but we're talking about castles. And we're talking about China and pyramids. I don't know how that happened, Dave, but weren't you the one? Sorry. For those of you out there who don't know what I'm talking about, you have to be at the show. That's before we derail this, we have a show coming up. If you haven't bought tickets, we know who you are.
And by the time you actually see this, the show will be over and we will be
in Montreal. The next show you should be buying tickets for.
So anyways, for Barry 3D Carter, Thomas Patrice, I'm your host, Dave Sarkolowski. Remember, there's a lot of good people out in the world, and if you can't find one, be one. Thank you.